Gotta edit my text. Gotta edit my text. Gotta edit my text. Got to edit my text. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah. I worked on this little off stream. Hello. Man, Zen's still going? Jeesh. She goes for like 8-10 hours a day, like 6 days a week. I have no idea how she does it. Also, Lumi. She'll do like 2-hour YouTube streams and then like stream for like 8 hours on Twitch. I don't know how she does it. I don't know how she does it. I don't know how she does it. Hello. My name is 10K Hours, putting the time so my art is no longer a crime. Today we're back at it like a good habit. I worked on this a little off stream today. While I was bored at work, work's been a little slow lately, which means it's about to change. I'm down to the lowest number of tickets I've ever had in my queue. I think, other than when I like first started and I had 0 in there. I'm down to just 2. And one of them, the guy just needs to call back and it's going to be sent off to, and we just need to gather some logs. It's going to be sent off to another team and I'll just be one. Yeah. However, that's going to change immediately because as soon as summer hits, my job picks up for some reason. I think it's because they hire a lot of they hire a lot of contractors around that time. Oh my goodness. And there's just a lot more people on, which is weird because you would think that there would be more people working during the spring months and the summer months because, you know, kids are off, they go on family vacations and whatnot, but no, it's like the opposite. Like, we just got done with spring break and all of that, and things were pretty slow, and there's a bunch of people that are getting back in today, so we had a busy morning, but then there was like nothing in the afternoon. I don't know. Yeah, for some reason, winter and spring are our, slow times. I guess we're really just starting spring. Well, no, it's getting into April. As soon as we hit May, that's when things are probably going to pick up, I have a feeling. I don't know, we'll see. Anyways, I'm back 2 days in a row. I worked on this a little off stream. I was working on the sleeves. They're working good. I got this one done. I need to finish up over here. I need to add in just a little more, just a little bit more shading, so it doesn't look like this area is completely clear. It needs to have just a little bit over it. And I need to do that over here. I just use a little brush action. I have it set to 10%. So I can keep it real low and easy and just cover in all these little bits and bobbles and bang bangs. And I need to do the same thing over on the other side. So there's a little area right here that I think is needing just a little bit more of a touch-up. Yeah. Because she's essentially just wearing bags on her arms. And they might be, let's see, they might be lazy where they're not they're see-through, but they're not transparent, you know what I mean? And just a little bit of blur. I definitely want there to be like, oh, it's definitely like more see-through in these certain areas. That's for sure. But yeah. There's like a little bit right there. And I'm finally learning some keyboard shortcuts. For the longest time, I was kind of dumb with it. Okay, so I have this weird setup. I have this setup over here where I have this unused like grill cleaning set that comes in like this little carry case that I use as like a stand to prop up my tablet, to use it at a different angle so that I can have something on my second monitor whenever I'm doing stuff on my main monitor, because I only have the two. I have my drawing tablet and one monitor that's not even like a good monitor. It's just like a really old, like 30 frames per second, doesn't even do 60 frames per second. Probably gonna have this thing forever unless it decides to just crap out on me one day. Anyways, but I used to put my keyboard like way back in the back, and then I have my iPad that I use a lot of times for chat, and I would put it up front. But excuse me. Ooh. Excuse me. But I realize I can just put it back in the back because I can see well, so I don't need to. I don't need to be doing all this business. Also, I need to check my sound. How do I sound? Okay, well, hold on. Let's give it a second here while I'm not bumping up against the microphone. How do I sound? Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. The music can come up a bit. Music can come up just a bit. Just a bit, my love. I feel like every one of these songs is different. Or one of these playlists that I find. I'm just grabbing random playlists from YouTube and streaming them through. Which is playing with fire, because some of those are going to be copyrighted. And I'll be like, hey, I got you. But whatever. Who cares? I never will. You can't make that. But whatever. Who cares? You can't make that. It's a little loud. And also, one thing I'm so happy about, guess what I have running right now? I have my dishwasher running. I used to not be able to have my dishwasher running and stream at the same time because my dishwasher was 5 feet from my computer. And there was no doors in between, so it was really loud and would be picked up by the mic. There are times in the past where I have streamed while running my dishwasher, and it sounds horrible. Like, so bad. That's not an issue anymore. Yay. Because I'm now in here, and I can just close the door, and it's totally silent. You can't tell unless you stand next to the door. It's so nice. All right, let me try. It's so nice. All right, let me try. Might still be just a touch loud. Put it down to like right here. I wish I wasn't so particular about sound, but also really lazy about it. Not a great combo, to be honest. All right. Okay, there we go. It's perfect. All right. Got my sound all hound and ready to ground and pound and resound from the highest mound. All right. Also, one thing I need to do with these sleeveys is I need to come along here. And all of these I need to use the airbrush for, and then go back and erase. these actual lines. And then keep the airbrush in there, because that means that I can actually like, I can actually blend these. I can't talk and color at the same time, or do art, which is not great. To be honest, I'm telling a story. I gotta like fully put down the brush, man. Put down the pen. It's not even a brush. It's a pen. Come on. All right, and then I want to move this up to 30. Make my life a little bit easier. All right, hold on. Now let's actually like go up here, and then we're gonna do a little bit of erasing. And I did not do anything there. I'm not on the. Okay, I think I just didn't do enough. Where are the sleeveys? Where did I put the sleeves? I forgot. Did I put them down low? No, I had to put them above. That's why. Okay. Alright, now we're actually starting to see some stuff. I don't think I was ever actually drawing anything before. Because I need to be able to erase these so I can actually blend these in a little bit. Yay, okay. Now we come down here. Now let's try erasing these. Yes. Yes. Do-do-do-do-do-do. I keep wanting to hit the buttons. I'm just been hitting on my keyboard because I'm so used to doing that. But I can actually use my keyboard because it's not in a stupid place. Yay! Pays to be a thinker. And a stinker. Anyways. Alright, now I gotta always double J. And then we're gonna now I can have these harder edges. Actually, I think I'm going to be using the blend brush for this. But I can have these like actually like blended in so they're not quite as hard. And they look a little bit more natural. Just a little teensy tiny bits. Yes. Yes. Alright, and then you can't even see this one that I'm right there. No one will see that. But I will, and I will know. always want to practice like it's the real thing. It's always the real thing with art. It's always real. Art has never not been real, or has it? I'm sure there's fake art, but it was fake art that was intentionally meant to be fake. Probably as like some sort of statement on something, which is something very artist. Have you seen like on Twitter recently? There's like a bunch of posts that's like, this is modern art, and it's just something like completely absurdist, like a guy moving dirt from a bucket and pouring it on top of a person. And I'm like, I'm sure there's some message behind it. Some of it is kind of weird though. I don't really get the art that's like solely meant to be a statement. Because I feel like this might be a bit plebeian of me, but I feel like actually creating something that's going to last longer than the like statement piece that you're doing is going to say the same thing for longer to more people than just like doing it once. But I guess there's going to be like a video of it now, so we need to bring that down just a bit. So it still will be around. I don't know. I just don't get it. I ain't smarts enough. Wait, hold on. Yeah, this is the one I was actually using. I don't remember what this one is, but I likes it. And then I just need to do a little bit of blur. All right, there we go. That sleeve is done skis. Look at that. Beautiful, incredible, amazing. I love it. I don't love it. I think I need to blur these harder edges just a bit more. Why is it not doing that? Am I on the wrong layer? What layer is that on? Is that on? What layer is that on? What layer is that on? Oh, did I put this down all the way on the close layer? No. Is that in the ribbons, etc. layer? No. Maybe it's in the... It's the wing yarn layer? What layer is that on? I don't know at this point. What layer was I drawing on? I don't know. Time to figure it out. Oh, that's the stairs. Why is it on the hair color layer? Okay, well, let's erase this. Like, why? That explains why it was being... Oh my god, I did a bunch of this on the hair color layer and I didn't know it. Oh my god. Well, let's fix that, shall we? Oh my god, I did so much of this. Oh my god, I did so much of it. Okay. Alright, then let's come back to, let's turn that back on. I don't know what layer 23 is and it scares me. Okay, there we go. There we go. Oh man, now I need to... Ah! Alright, and then... There we go. Yeah, without that other there, it looks a lot better. I don't know. Oh wait, I probably want to do... Oh wait, no, not this, not this, not this, not this. I want to like blend and blur. Whoever invented the blend and blur tools, they need to be given an upgrade. I'm not on the right layer. I haven't been doing shit. I was just moving my pen and being like, oh, I'm totally doing things, and I wasn't doing anything. No wonder I was like, I don't really like that. Or I didn't feel like I was doing anything, or it didn't change much. So I was like, well, I guess I gotta be okay with it. Of course I did. Okay, there we go. Much better, much better, much better. But I do need to... this in here just a bit. Okay, there we go. And then blend and blur, blend and blur. And then blur. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Now we're looking good. All right, now I need to do the same thing up here. All right, well, I'm actually on the right one now, so hold on. Okay, there we go. No. Please stay with that color. Hold on, let me bring up the chat where I can see the videos here. Okay, there we go, we're good. Yay! All right, and then one of these days I'll stop hitting that button. Today is not today. One of these days I'm gonna witness. That's Africa. Stop hitting that button twice. All right, and then I need to come down to layer 6. I can't believe it was the 6th layer. That was my line art. That seems like forever ago. Anyways. Oh wait, what am I doing? I'm erasing, okay. Oh, I should make that smaller. Or else I'm gonna end up getting rid of stuff that I don't want to get rid of. But Dad, I don't want to get rid of that. just want to sing. La 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 la. La 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 la. And in a fine mood today. I think it's because I ate an actual decent dinner. I just had a protein smoothie and some leftover Gardettos. Super girl dinner coated, but at the same time, it was just a lot of fruit and protein and like milk and yogurt. So, stuff the body likes. I've also started working out again, so that's helped out. Because it just gives you more energy. That's the weird thing about working out. It gives you more energy so you can work out. Or probably a better way of saying it is, it's hard to work out because you don't got energy. But if you work out, you'll get the energy you need to be able to work out. Or you'll slowly get more energy. It's probably a better way of saying it. It's weird. It makes complete sense and it's trash. That's what I think. Everything's trash. Your mom's trash, your dad's trash, your grandpa's trash, everything's trash. You need to call my grandma, grandpa. Specifically my grandma. More and more I've been feeling like I need to talk to her, which is probably a sign. As sad as that is. She is 84 though. My family's going up to spend some time with her in May though. All together, which is going to be nice. And something I haven't done for a while. My parents go up there, especially. They come down for holidays, which is nice. They take the train because we don't want them driving. But my parents especially, they go up to my old hometown where she still is, and they help her out with stuff during the fall. So that's nice. And they've been trying to get me to come down to Florida because they have a timeshare down there. But frankly, I've just never been able to afford that. It would have been very nice, especially Florida during the winter months. Hell yeah, but that was just never in the cards. I could never afford it. Every year they say they're not going back, but then every year they do go back. And it's getting kind of sad because, like, my grandpa used to have like a whole bunch of golf buddies down there that he would go out and play with like every day. But it's pretty much just him now. Which is... that's gotta be sad. It's gotta be one of those things that you just kind of unfortunately get used to at that age, is losing friends. Which is weird to think about, but I feel like there's something there. However, if you zoom out, it looks fantastic. Okay, look at that. God is good. All right, and then one other thing, I added in this to make him look like he goes fast. And I think I've got something that's good, but I need to add a little bit more speed to him. And I added these little bits to the wings to make it seem like, oh hey, they're just like doing their thing, they're going along and stuff. But the problem with that is that it doesn't really make it look like they're coming out of the portal then. So, whilst I was eating, I had an idea for how to kind of fix that. So we're going to be getting rid of all these little like putt-putt. Little bee putt-putts. Just puttering along. And I want to do more of like a, actually this, I had the wrong button. All right, make it real big. Wait, no, I want it to be this blue. I'm gonna up the opacity just a bit. We'll go up to 40. And kind of like have this like lazy like comet trail coming out of them and like going around and coming from the portal. Actually, I kind of like that. And especially if it looks like it's like going out and around them. It's like covering them up. Looks like they're actually like flying through something and actually coming out of something. Except for this one, who's moving at like Mach 50. Came out a little hot. This bit that goes over him. Yeah. Okay. Tell you what, I'm so glad I'm not like a night streamer. Well, I guess it is 8 p.m. I'm so glad I'm not like a late at night streamer. Because I'm pretty sure my upstairs neighbors would kill me because their baby's room is right below mine. Or right above mine, I should say. Can I say that I would rather be like a downstairs neighbor than an upstairs neighbor, especially on like a 2-story building? Because that means that I can just kind of be as loud as I want to my floor. I can stomp and clomp and do all of that stuff. Have an entire like weight bench maybe, and change out the weights on it and drop them down. I don't have to worry about like my neighbors hating my absolute guts. That's kind of nice. Actually, you know what? Oh. Maybe I should be doing this on a different layer. Maybe these comet trails should be a little bit lower. No, because they need to be over these. I'll finish up the rest of these and see how they look. But it's not like they're not easy to change if need be. Alright, and then shape this up a bit. Let's not shrimp. I am in my non-shrimping phase. Because I am tall. Oh, wait. And I do not want to have terrible back problems. Later in life, so I'm trying to de-shrimp my life. Get out of here. You're just the cockroaches of the sea. Nobody likes you, no matter how delicious you are. You think about that? That like crustaceans and shrimp and prawns like that are really just, they're insects. And yet we're totally fine holding them and eating them. Totally fine. But like a regular bug, you would be like, hell no, get that away from me, I'm not touching it. But like a shrimp, oh yeah, boil that up, add some butter, good eating. Did you know that lobster, it was like seen as a bug, and I think in like colonial times, specifically in America, lobster was seen as like poor person food. Which is a wild thing to think about. No. Which is a wild thing to think about. At least I heard that somewhere. I don't know if it's true. Yeah, now it actually looks like they're all coming out of the portal. Okay. And this one, I just need to add a actually, I think I just need to just fully come at him. Because I don't want to get rid of the Gaussian blur I put on this layer either. As I finally remembered what it was, I was like, what is that blur? I can never remember. And then I'm going to do something weird because I want to try to make this bigger, and then it's gonna do like a. All right, nope, I want to make it bigger, and then just do a pop. Yeah, okay, because that's gonna be a lot easier to blend. Look at that. Look at that. I knew that would be easier to blend. I just got rid of a little bit of that. Okay. And then we blur the rest. Make it look like, oh yeah, it's definitely uniform, definitely intentional. Definitely didn't have to skeletonize together a couple different other things. It's definitely supposed to look like that. These ones are going to be the worst. Okay, so we want to pa, 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 pa. Okay. Actually, hold on. I was a bit too, like, crazy with that. Okay, there we go. And a little bit of blend. Okay, and then a little bit of blur. There we go. Maybe got rid of a little bit too much. A little bit more blend. This is kind of easy to see. Yeah. Okay. And then blur it up a bit. There we go. There we go. It just came in a little too hot. I don't know what to tell you. All right. One thing I don't like is these lines. I'm pretty sure they're on a different layer. That's great. What layer did I put those on? I don't remember. Was that the... Did I put those on the portal layer? I did not. What layer did I put those on? I don't know. Because I wanted them to be underneath everything. I don't, you know what I think I put them on? I think I put them on the wing arm yarn layer. I was right. Oh my god, I was so smart to do that. Because that means I can just, hold on. So I can just do this. There we go. It's going a little too fast, Bob. It's all right. You'll be okay. I need to come back up here. Now I need to actually like liquefy a bit so I can fix this. There we go. And then there we go. There we go. And then I'm gonna do the same thing over here. Thank you, Nimmy Nightmare, for reminding me that liquefy is a thing. Because I forgot about this feature and what it does, and I am so happy to have this in my rememberies. Okay. Okay, now they actually look like they're coming out of this portal, which is what I wanted. Okay, perfect. Now we need to this little guy over here. I think I'm gonna give him just like he's just kind of been flying with her this entire time. No, we'll try that. Like he's just been flying with her for a while. And it's all coming out of his little wingies. Yay! Look at that. Okay. And then what I think I want to do is I would like to blur the edges of those just a tiny bit. Make them just a bit more ephemeral, if you know what I mean. I'm sure there's a way to do this with like a setting or gradient map or something like that, but I can't be bothered. Okay, it looks like I want to go over this twice. Or I need to mess with the settings so that's a little bit more hard. Intensity of blur, I probably just need to up the intensity of the blur to like maybe there. Yeah, that's the good stuff. Okay, and do the same thing to these guys. Okay, actually I need to make it a little bit bigger. Okay, actually I really need to blur it. Go up to like a 20. Man, even a 20 doesn't feel like it's enough. I think I'm gonna have to hit these a second time. Second hit. Okay. And then that might behoove from me doing this all in one. There we go. Hit that. Hit that. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot. I used that initially. I ended up not liking it and just scrapping the whole thing. I was like, I'm gonna cheat. It wasn't cheating. It was actually just not what I wanted, which was expected. Hold on. Okay, there we go. I really think I could potentially finish today. he says, realizing he has to do all the shading for the bees now. And it's wildly messed up by the fact that he's added these weird, like, ephemeral comet trails to them in an attempt to make it look just a little bit better. Oh, this one's gonna be fun. One of these days I'll learn to be satisfied with these drawings sooner rather than later. Today's not that day, but I just need to up the intensity of this blur. Just max out this blur. Even still, I need to, like, do at least 2 passes. Okay. And there we go. There we go. I feel like every single one of these is going to be different. Okay, if I zoom out, how does it look? Yeah, the first ones look pretty decent actually, but I keep getting like, well, I keep changing it how I do them, especially because I keep changing the intensity of the blur. You know what, I'm gonna go back to 20. I think that was actually the sweet spot. And I've gone too far. Although his probably should be a little bit different because he's the only happy one, so I'm fine with that. So let's just even these out a bit. And then call that good. Alright, this one's gonna be fun because it's gonna overlap with this guy's. been hurt. I'm gonna have to fix all of that, which is gonna be fun. Oh, I need to hit this button. Okay. Alright, and then one more pass at this. There we go. Smooth out these edges. There we go. Okay. Alright. And then this guy, he needs to be zooming fast, so hard lines are good for him. In fact, that gives him a little bit more. I do like the tears. I think I did a great job there. Oh, poor little guy. Okay. There's that. And then he's already good over here. He's just doing his thing, puttering along. Okay. I think we got the comet trails. We got the comet trails, we got the scissors. We got the sleeves. We got the clothes, we got the hair. Only thing I have left to do really is the gilding on the scissors. And in the hair accessories right here, and the accessories. And the shading on the bees, and that's it. We're so close. Yay! I think I might work on the scissors gilding then. Scissors. While my process for doing the metal was still in my brain. Yay, okay, add a layer. Make this a clipping layer. Beautiful. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna need a couple colors here. Hold on. Okay, let's select that. Let's go a darker tone, so let's bring this down to about a 29. Okay. And let's make that where it's easy to grab. And then I need one of these as well, so I can print those colors. And then I want to make a lighter one as well. So 169. Nice. All right, and coolio. And I probably want to make it even like an even darker version. All right. Okay. Perfect. Okay. That's all you need, baby. All right. The fun part is going to be, how is the light going to be hitting these things? How indeed. Let's actually make sure we're on the right layer here. All right. So we're going to be hitting here. No. And along here, I would imagine. And along here. as well as along here. Okay. Oops. Hold on. Okay, there we go. All right, and then there's also going to be some light. This is rounded. There's just going to be some light along there. And then over here. All right, like that. And ooh, we got some specialness over here. So it's gonna be hitting along here. Probably up to like around there-ish. And maybe along there. Okay. And a touch around in there. Okay. And then anywhere else. Probably along here. Okay, there we go. All right, now where's going to be the slightly darker spots? There's going to be some along there. There's going to be along here, along here, and then let's see. And then along here. Okay. And then along here. Taking over a little bit more than I have. Yeah, there we go. Okay. And then over here. And right there. Okay. And along here. And actually, I think I need the lighter right there. Okay. And this slightly darker. Let's see. I think it's gonna be back along here. And like around here. I think it's gonna be on the tips over here, as well as around it here. Okay, but what about the really dark? Not as many spots. It's gonna be what we use more for. Right there. No. This one. And then I think along here. And I think it's gonna be more like kind of like around in there. And then Okay. Man, I hope no one watches this and is immediately like, oh my god, he's moving the camera so much, I'm gonna get motion sick. Ugh. Who knows? Who cares? Now I have to do it. I don't have to do it that way, but it certainly makes it easier for me to do it that way. Okay. Now let's start the blurring process. I love how much just like adding in this little blur, like how much it really affects it and makes it start to look more like metal. That's, I think, is one of my favorite things. How when all of a sudden everything just kind of comes together and like, oh, hey, I can see it. I really like that. Like before it was just, oh, colors. Now it's like, oh, colors with a purpose. Look at that. Look at that. Look how much that changes. I love it. I don't know if I did this before. There was, there's one that I've been working on for forever for Shiori that I kind of wish I had moved over to my computer because I was working on it on my iPad. It's something I could work on in the office because I can actually take my iPad into the office and work on it there. I'm sure I can move it back. It's not that big of a deal. And then, same thing, I wanna do a little bit of that, and then, yeah. Look at how much of a difference that makes. Okay, now let's go up. I want to grab another color. Okay, 170, let's go up to 150. Or I guess, let's go up as high as we can go. Wait, no, I want to put this on here. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna go a little bit more towards the white. It's above the top there. Okay. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I want to hit some like real highlights in here. And then some. All right, and then a little bit along here. And right there. All right. Blend that a bit. There we go. And I'm gonna want to do the same thing with the dark color after this. I was just in here. Last time I showed my family anything that I've drawn was back in like 2023. Because I've mostly done VTuber fan art since then. My family has no idea what a VTuber is. And if I ever have to explain that to them, I just say I don't think it'll be as easy as explaining it to my therapist. I wish that was a joke. Okay, now I want a little. We need some. Yeah, we need some over here too. There we go. Okay, now I need the dark color. We're gonna add a little bit of. A little bit in these areas. Okay, and fun part's going to be hitting the my brain is not working because I'm in like art mode. It's going to be blah, 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 blah. Hitting the line art. Oh my god. I could not think of that word. Okay, I kind of got everything I want there. But I want to hit that area. Okay. And then hit this. Perfect. Okay. There we go. Okay. Blend these in a bit. do it. Man, that took me like 10 minutes. When you have a system for doing it, it goes a lot faster. Holy cow. Okay, now we just need to be hitting the line art. And we're golden. Okay. And then there's a bunch of speckles in there that I'm gonna have to fix on another layer. I can see. Ugh. Speckles here, speckles there, speckles everywhere. Blah. That's gonna be no goo. In fact, it's gonna be ragu, the inferior form of spaghetti. Ooh, I gotta be careful. Because I'm gonna be hitting other lines I don't want to hit. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna be honest, I don't even remember what ragu is. I just wanted to call it the inferior form of spaghetti. Is ragu a pasta sauce? Is it a specific type of pasta? I actually just genuinely don't remember. Oh, okay. I need an outline. I think I need to, hold on, I want to try this exact same purple. I want to try this as like an outline here as well. Or is that's the same color? Okay, it needs to be not that color, it needs to be this color. Is that different? Hold on, it was easiest to see down here. Yes, it is different, okay. There we go. I'll try the same separating color. Give that real faint outline. Go. And it's going to be a lot easier to outline all of this than everything else. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. Ooh, it's a little... There we go. A little uneven there. Let's bring it back just a touch. Oops, the baby woke up. I don't think it was me though, thankfully. I don't know if you can hear that. It'll probably be a little easier to hear. Okay. I'm sitting here thinking, I don't know why this is all coming. I think actually I do not know why it's coming to mind. Because I said ragu, and then what came to mind was recus, because that's what Kobo called Regis Altair. There we go. Look at that. Hold on, I think I'm going to... Ooh, I want to outline this a little bit differently. I think I'm going to grab this, make it even darker. And then outline this inner bit. There's a little bit of separation there. It's also going to give the illusion of shadow as well. There we go. I think Altair was supposed to be coming back. Did he? He said something about like, hey, I'm going to be coming back. Or was that... Oh, this is going to bother me now. I got to look. Man, that barely charged my phone. Holy cow. Why am I looking? Yeah. This is going to bother me. Let's see, videos. Yeah, I thought he was doing something. Maybe that was like an April Fool's joke. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, because he left in November. Oh, wait. No, that wasn't. It was 4 days ago. So thankfully that wasn't on. That wasn't on April Fools. But he said he's going to back in the swing of things next week. Yeah. So yeah, he is coming back. I know he had a lot of things he was dealing with. I think there was some sort of... like huge passion project he had that had been like canned. At like the last minute or something. I don't know. But I think he's had a lot of frustrations with Cover for a time. I think they have been working on it though. Well, at least like the direct managers are, because I know they didn't have a stage at Fest, which is kind of a big deal. But they've been doing other stuff since then. And at least like the direct managers, like one of the things that they did was like the Little Stars EN, they got like all of their mascots rigged so that they could actually like use them, and they use them for like April Fool's stuff, and they had a whole like set of streams as like their little mascots. They're actually really funny. What is it? Bruce's Zaid one really threw me for a loop. And Gerard's as well. I don't know if he got somebody different to do the voice or what, but like Gerard's was crazy. Because like it sounds like it doesn't sound like a robotic voice, but it sounds completely different. I know he's into voice acting, but it sounds like an entirely different person. So I have no idea if it was him doing that voice or not, because every once in a while I would think like, is that Gerard? I kind of heard something there that maybe sounded kind of like him, but it just sounds so different. I can never be so sure. Oozes was really funny. I'll tell you what, the boys have some acting chops. Yeah, Ruse was definitely using a voice changer, but he himself has got some acting chops, because every once in a while I just stop and remind myself, hey, that's Ruse playing this thing. Because it did not seem like him at all. Oh man, and Flayon kept cracking me up. Because instead of them doing his chat mascot like they did for everybody else, or like his little mascot like they did for everybody else, they did his his mech. So it's just a bunch of like cute little guys and then this giant death robot. It's really funny. That kept cracking me up. Just perfect. Oh, there's a bunch of funny clips of him acting like a robot. Okay, there we go. What is that one right there? I don't know. And frankly, it doesn't matter. Okay. I didn't mean to do that. It's perfect. Okay, and then, ooh, I think that needs to be blended a little bit better. Not a fan of that. Side 31. I might actually finish this tonight. Well, no, I still got the bees. I got about one more stream with this piece, I think, and then it's done. Assuming I don't do more off stream. But I just kind of wanted to get it done. You know? I might do some, what is it? Some like cleanup stuff. Like go around and see if there's anything that needs to be like touched up or whatnot. I might do that off stream. This. And then what's this bit right there? That's something that I can actually like cover up. Or is that on like, that's just, oh wow, that's actually a really noticeable bit too. What is that? That's probably something that, if I'm gonna guess, is gonna be way down on this layer. And I need to fix here. No, it's not on this layer. What is that? Or is that something down this layer? Because I can kind of get rid of it here by erasing. Hello, what's going on? Okay, we're going to get rid of it here, it seems. Okay. And then this, just bring this over here a bit. Okay. Actually, I kind of like that a little bit better. Yeah, there we go. Okay. There we go. Okay. That's not nearly as noticeable. All right. I'm on the wrong layer. Ranted about this on one stream. My job's thinking about going to full-time in office. We don't need to. We're not government employees. We do work with the government a bunch, but we're not government employees. But we're still probably going to end up doing it, which sucks. Especially since I'm bad at getting into the office. I'm just bad at getting to work on time in general. Let's be real. I'm so bad. They put me on, like, not probation, but it's like, hey, you're on like an action plan. You have to be on time to work for the next 60 days or there's going to be more consequences. Ugh, I had no idea it was that bad. I don't know why I can't be on time to things. Like if I want to be places on time, I can be. I don't know what it is about work that's just like pulling teeth for me. Never understood it. I struggled with literally every one of my jobs. Oh, we need the even darker color. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So today was day one, making sure that was on time. I was planning on going into the office because I had to do so often each month, and I don't have a single day. I didn't go into the office at all last week, which is fine. I just need to make sure I'm in the office half the time. Doesn't matter when I do the days, as long as I'm in the office for half the days of the week, of the month, I'm good. So, no big deal. I decided to take last month, and last week, and I was just worked from home all week, which is something I haven't done in a very long time. It was honestly kind of nice. But that does mean that I have more days that I need to make up. I just need to go 3 days every week until the end of the month, which isn't a big deal. Man, these are just about to be done. What is this bit right here? I need to fix that. That's crazy. All right. Well, let's get them done. I keep thinking I'm doing this for longer. I keep thinking these art streams go for longer than they have. Then I'll check the actual like time, and it's like, oh, you still have like an hour and a half. I'm like, I feel like I've been drawing for 30 hours. You sure? But yeah. Okay, one thing I did not anticipate. Okay, actually, no, I did anticipate. What I'm running into right now is that this room gets hot. With the door closed. Alright, I do have I almost said ladder. I do have a fan in here. It's not a ladder. Ladder was the first word that came to mind. I'm gonna be so real. Don't know why. But I have a ladder fan, which is not a real thing. I have a fan. It's like a ceiling fan. Although I have no idea how loud it is, if I'm gonna be honest. And whether or not it's gonna show up on stream or not. I care about sound, but don't care about sound. Yay! What a wonderful conundrum. It's more like I do care about sound, it's just that I have no idea how to start fixing it. That's the bigger issue. I have no idea where to start. Like, is it a microphone thing? Will it be fixed by like settings that are pretty easy for me to change? Like, what's gonna do it? Where do I need to be? Is this something I need to put money into? Like, where do you start? I'm sure there's video tutorials out there. I'm so bad about these things. I just want somebody to tell me. But I don't know who to ask. I don't really have anybody to ask. Do I just bite the bullet and get a Shure SM7B? No. Although, I think a better microphone would help, but it'd only help if I knew how to use it. That's the thing. It'd also be expensive, and I can't afford that. Because I am officially in the tax bracket where I don't get shit back for taxes. I file my taxes, and then I am lucky if I get $75 back. Could really use. They were talking about sending every American a $5,000 check at one point. And Lord have mercy, I need that. Honestly, I just use it to pay off debt, so that after it's gone. Oh wait, I would just use it to pay off debt pretty much. Put it towards my credit card debt and probably a little bit of student debt, mostly credit card. I only have the one credit card. If I can get rid of that payment each month, which is about like $100, that would be awesome. That would put an extra $100 in my pocket. It'd make it just that much easier to save and whatnot. Oh, that reminds me, I need to upgrade. I need to update my information for Clip Studio. I forgot. I think I recently updated like. Actually, I updated like the address for my payment info a long time ago on my credit card, but I don't think I updated it on all my sites. So there might be an issue there, where all of a sudden things aren't being paid because the stuff is out of date. Okay, there we go. Yes. Look at that. Scissors are done. There's like one bit like right here, and I don't know where that is. Oh my god. That's what it is. It's those like black squares right there that are throwing me for a loop-de-loop and pull. Okay. Okay, so we gotta first do that. And then, no, we gotta cover those up. Then we come up here. Oh, that's on this layer actually. Okay, where's that one? That's got to be down here. There we go. Okay. All right, there we go. Yay! Boy, howdy, this is coming along. It's pretty much done already. I just got the bees I need to finish up. And then I need to come back down here. Actually, I'm on the right layer. Okay. Nope. Get rid of these guide colors. Look at that. It is coming along. The scissors are done. Shiina herself is pretty much done. I need to do these little bits up here. Yeah, and then after that I just have the little bees and that's it. I'm so close. Alright, this will be real easy. Oh my god. Wait, what layer is this on? Oh my god, what layer is this on? I didn't put this on the wing yarn layer, did I? No. Did I put this on the ribbons etc. layer? No. Iris color? Inner ribbon layer? I did put this on the inner ribbon layer. Okay. So it needs to go up here, okay. Actually, hold on a second. No, not this color. That's the outline color. No, wait, no, that's not the outline color. Real quick. Or I guess blur it. No, I'm blending. Alright. Wow, easy. And then come up here and start grabbing some colors. Oh, that's because they're on this layer. Okay. I was like, what's happening? This back part needs to be a little bit darker. Yeah, there we go. Much better. Okay. Okay, and then... Okay, and then we need to hit this with that outline color. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's a little dark. I might want to choose a like not quite as dark color for that, because it stands out way too much. Like way too much. It's nice for the scissors, but not so great up in the hair and the face, because it draws everything towards it up there, which I don't want. Okay. Okay. Okay, there we go. Much better. Okay, yep. Looks good from a distance. Okay. And then this, really, I just wanna, nope, I want to, is this on that same layer? Did I put this on the inner ribbon layer too? What layer is this on? Is this on ribbons, etc.? It is, okay. 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 Just hit that a little bit. I think I hit it a little too much here in the middle. Let's back that up just a touch. No, I think I do want to fully get rid of the white in there, because it draws too much away from the rest of the face. So let's keep it just at a gray then. So we still got a little bit of it. Yeah, but it doesn't draw away from the face. Okay. I actually kind of like the thicker lines on that, so I'll leave them. All right, there we go. Okay. That's done. I really think it really is just the bees at this point, and the little like accoutrement that they're carrying. I think I got about one more stream of this left, which is crazy. It's always weird to get down to the end of these because I'm like, whoa, cool. But I'm getting to a place where I'm satisfied, and I'm mostly satisfied right now. But little extra things I want to do. All right, I'm gonna call it there. It has been fun. It has been real. It has been real fun, but it's not been a fun reel. I will be back maybe tomorrow. I think tomorrow's a cooking day, if I'm gonna be honest. I think it's a cooking day. And I suddenly have a craving for katsu curry. Okay, I think I am gonna make that tomorrow. Because I didn't know what I wanted to cook. And I was like, I don't want to fry anything because I wasn't in the mood for that. But after having that smoothie today, I'm like, okay, yeah. I can eat something fried again. Anyways, I'll be back tomorrow. All right. You all have a good one. Peace.